Welcome to Lux Scout Psychology. Understanding Neurodevelopmental Disorders, a comprehensive guide. The human brain is a complex and remarkable organ. From the moment we're born, our brains are constantly growing and changing, forming new connections and pathways. Proper nutrition, stimulation, and care are all essential for healthy brain development. When these elements are in place, children can thrive and reach their full potential. They learn new skills, form relationships, and navigate the world around them. But sometimes, things don't go according to plan. Neurodevelopmental disorders affect how the brain develops and functions. They typically emerge during childhood and can impact learning, communication, social interaction, and behavior. Imagine a child struggling to learn their ABCs while their peers grasp the concepts easily. Or a child who has difficulty making eye contact or engaging in conversations, feeling isolated and misunderstood. These challenges can be signs of a neurodevelopmental disorder. Understanding this is crucial for reducing stigma and fostering empathy and support for those affected. Neurodevelopmental disorders encompass a wide spectrum of conditions, each with its own unique set of characteristics and challenges. Some of the most common include autism spectrum disorder, ASD, attention deficit/hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, and intellectual disability, ID. Specific learning disorders such as dyslexia, dysgraphia, and dyscalculia affect academic skills. The severity and specific symptoms of these disorders can vary widely from person to person. Autism spectrum disorder, ASD, affects how individuals perceive and interact with the world. Imagine seeing the world through a different lens, where social cues appear subtle and confusing, and sensory experiences can feel overwhelming. While the exact causes of ASD remain unknown, research points to a complex interplay of genetic and environmental factors. ASD is a spectrum disorder, meaning its presentation varies widely from person to person. Some individuals may have mild difficulties with social interaction, while others may experience significant challenges. Each individual is unique, with their own strengths, challenges, and ways of experiencing the world. Communication can be a significant challenge for individuals with ASD. Some may be nonverbal or have limited verbal skills, relying on alternative forms of communication. Others may have fluent speech but struggle with pragmatic language, which involves using language appropriately in social contexts. This can lead to misunderstandings, frustration, and social anxiety for individuals with ASD. Using clear and concise language, providing visual supports, and allowing extra time for processing information can make a world of difference. Repetitive behaviors, often referred to as stimming, are another common characteristic of ASD. These behaviors can include hand flapping, rocking, spinning objects, or repeating words or phrases. Stimming can help regulate sensory input, reduce anxiety, provide comfort, or simply be enjoyable. It's important to avoid interrupting or suppressing these behaviors unless they pose a safety risk. By providing appropriate alternatives, we can support individuals with ASD while respecting their sensory needs. Attention deficit/hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, often emerges during childhood. Imagine a mind that's constantly racing, thoughts flitting from one idea to the next. Their brains are wired differently, affecting their ability to regulate attention, control impulses, and manage their energy levels. ADHD is not simply a matter of being distractible or hyper. It's a complex disorder that can significantly impact various aspects of a person's life. Understanding the core symptoms of ADHD is crucial for providing appropriate support and interventions. These symptoms typically fall into three categories: inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity. Inattention refers to difficulty sustaining attention and focus, particularly on tasks that require mental effort. Imagine trying to read a book while a dozen different conversations are happening around you. This is the challenge faced by individuals with inattentive type ADHD. They may have trouble following instructions, completing tasks, or staying organized. It's not that they don't want to pay attention, their brains simply struggle to filter out distractions. This can lead to difficulties in school and other areas of life. Hyperactivity and impulsivity are often the most visible signs of ADHD. Imagine a boundless energy that needs an outlet, a constant need to move and explore. Children with hyperactive impulsive ADHD may fidget, squirm, talk excessively, and have difficulty remaining seated. They may interrupt conversations, blurt out answers, and struggle to wait their turn. Impulsivity refers to acting without thinking, often leading to impulsive decisions or actions. Understanding hyperactivity and impulsivity is crucial for developing strategies that channel this energy constructively. Intellectual disability, ID, is characterized by significant limitations in intellectual functioning and adaptive behavior. Imagine facing the world with a mind that processes information differently. They may have difficulty with abstract thinking, problem solving, and understanding complex concepts. Adaptive behavior, which encompasses skills needed for daily living, is also affected. The severity of ID varies widely, from mild to profound. Many individuals with ID lead fulfilling lives, contributing to their communities in meaningful ways. With appropriate support, education, and opportunities for inclusion, they can overcome challenges and achieve their goals. Specific learning disorders affect an individual's ability to acquire and apply specific academic skills. These disorders are not due to a lack of intelligence or effort. They are brain-based differences that impact how information is processed, stored, and retrieved. Common types include dyslexia, dysgraphia, and dyscalculia. Dyslexia involves difficulty with reading accuracy, fluency, and comprehension. Dysgraphia involves difficulty with writing, including spelling, grammar, and handwriting. Dyscalculia involves difficulty with math skills, such as number sense, calculation, and problem solving. Dyslexia, the most common specific learning disorder, primarily affects reading skills. Imagine looking at a word and seeing the letters transposed or reversed. Their brains process written language differently, making it challenging to connect letters to sounds. This can lead to difficulties with reading fluency, comprehension, spelling, and writing. Dyslexia is a language-based learning difference that affects phonological processing. With appropriate support, individuals with dyslexia can overcome these challenges and succeed academically and in life. Communication is the foundation of human connection, but for some, the ability to communicate effectively is a daily struggle. This is the reality for individuals with communication disorders, which affect speech, language, and social communication. Imagine wanting to express yourself but struggling to find the right words. These challenges can lead to frustration, isolation, and difficulty forming meaningful connections. Communication disorders can affect individuals of all ages. Understanding the different types of communication disorders is crucial for providing appropriate support and interventions. Language is the system of words, grammar, and syntax we use to communicate meaning. But for individuals with language disorders, this intricate system can feel like a foreign language. These disorders affect the ability to understand and use spoken or written language. Children with language disorders may have difficulty following instructions, understanding stories, or expressing their needs. This can lead to academic difficulties, social isolation, and low self-esteem. Speech-language therapy can help improve language skills and enhance communication confidence. Speech sound disorders affect the ability to produce sounds accurately and fluently. Imagine struggling to pronounce certain sounds, leading to substitutions, omissions, or distortions. These disorders can be caused by hearing impairments, structural abnormalities, or neurological differences. Children with speech sound disorders may be self-conscious about their speech. This can impact their social development, self-confidence, and academic performance. Speech therapy can be highly effective in addressing speech sound disorders. Movement is fundamental to our everyday lives, but for some, this coordination is disrupted, leading to motor disorders that affect their ability to move smoothly and purposefully. Motor disorders encompass a range of conditions that impact the development and control of movement. These disorders can affect gross motor skills, such as walking or running, or fine motor skills, such as writing or buttoning a shirt. Imagine the frustration of wanting to participate in a game, but struggling to keep up with your friends. These challenges are a daily reality for individuals with motor disorders. Understanding the different types of motor disorders is crucial for providing appropriate support and interventions. Coordination challenges. Exploring developmental coordination disorder. Developmental coordination disorder, often referred to as dyspraxia, is a common motor disorder that affects a child's ability to plan and coordinate movements. Imagine trying to assemble a puzzle, but struggling to fit the pieces together, your hands fumbling and your movements imprecise. This is a common experience for children with DCD. They may appear clumsy or awkward, bumping into things, dropping objects, or having difficulty with tasks that require fine motor control. These challenges are not due to a lack of effort or intelligence, but rather stem from differences in how their brains process and execute motor commands. Children with DCD may struggle with gross motor skills like running, jumping, hopping, and catching a ball. They may also face difficulties with fine motor skills such as writing, drawing, cutting, and buttoning clothes. Coordination and planning, including sequencing movements, timing, and spatial awareness, can also be challenging. These difficulties can impact a child's self-esteem, social interactions, and academic performance. Early intervention is key, and occupational therapy can play a vital role in helping children develop strategies, improve coordination, and build confidence in their physical abilities. The world of tics. Understanding tic disorders. Tics are sudden, involuntary movements or vocalizations that can be difficult to control. Imagine feeling a sudden urge to blink your eyes repeatedly, shrug your shoulders, or make a clicking sound, even though you don't want to. This is the experience of individuals with tic disorders, neurological conditions that cause these repetitive, often irresistible behaviors. Tics can range in severity from mild and infrequent to more pronounced and frequent, interfering with daily life. There are different types of tic disorders. Transient tic disorder, where tics last for less than a year. Chronic motor or vocal tic disorder, where tics persist for more than a year but involve only motor or vocal tics, not both. And Tourette's syndrome, the most complex tic disorder, characterized by both motor and vocal tics that have been present for at least a year. While the exact causes of tic disorders are unknown, research suggests a combination of genetic and environmental factors. Treatment often involves behavioral therapies, such as habit reversal training, to help individuals gain control over their tics. A shared journey, supporting individuals with neurodevelopmental disorders. As we've explored the diverse landscape of neurodevelopmental disorders, one resounding theme emerges. Understanding is paramount. These conditions are not character flaws or choices. They are brain-based differences that shape how individuals perceive and interact with the world. When we approach neurodevelopmental disorders with empathy and knowledge, we create a more inclusive and supportive society for everyone. Instead of focusing on limitations, Let's celebrate the unique strengths and perspectives that individuals with these conditions bring to our communities. Parents, educators, healthcare providers, and society as a whole play a vital role in supporting individuals with neurodevelopmental disorders. By providing early intervention, individualized education, and accessible resources, we can empower them to thrive and reach their full potential. It's also essential to advocate for policies and practices that promote inclusion, reduce stigma, and ensure equal opportunities for individuals with neurodevelopmental disorders. When we create a society that values and embraces neurodiversity, we all benefit. The power of early intervention, illuminating brighter futures. Early identification and intervention are crucial for improving outcomes for individuals with neurodevelopmental disorders. The earlier we can identify these conditions and provide appropriate support, the better the chances of maximizing an individual's potential and enhancing their quality of life. Early intervention programs can take many forms, including speech and language therapy to address communication delays and disorders, occupational therapy to improve motor skills, coordination, and sensory processing, behavioral therapy to manage challenging behaviors and develop coping strategies, and educational support to provide individualized learning plans and accommodations. These interventions are most effective when implemented early in a child's development, when the brain is most malleable and responsive to change. Early intervention not only helps individuals develop essential skills, but also fosters self-confidence, independence, and a sense of belonging. Investing in early intervention is not only the right thing to do, but it's also the smart thing to do. By providing early support, we can help individuals lead fulfilling and productive lives, reducing the need for more intensive interventions later on. Let's work together to create a world where all individuals, regardless of their neurodevelopmental differences, have the opportunity to shine brightly. Please like the video and share it with others. It helps those who are suffering. Thank you for watching.